Afam Richards, I recently watched Afamifuna and I've just had a lot of thoughts. It was quite an emotional movie for me. I feel like it was also a reminder to me as to like my career path and the ambitions and all of the need to be whoever I want to be in my career. So I was like, okay, let me come here and, well, since I have time, let me come and review and share my thoughts on the movie with you. And I feel like the film was a perfect blend of storytelling. Of course, there's a part of history in that storytelling. The cinematography was also really good. The themes were beautifully detailed. And I feel like the characters, Stan Nze, Kanayo, they did justice. They came, they saw, they conquered back to back. That was it. When you talk about the themes of the movie, I feel like it covered a couple of things like sacrifice, ambition, and diligence. And based off of all of that, I wanted to share 3 lessons I had learned from the movie. Number 1 is ambition and the part diligence plays in that ambition. Afamifuna's character, from the first scene where he comes with his mom, she tells him that he should obey his master and she should do well by him, and that what's at the end of the day, the most important thing is the ngozi, the blessing that his master will give him when he's settling him. It's not just a matter of the money, it's also the blessing that would come from taking good care of his master's business.
Nna, ị ga-agba mbọ na-arụsi ọrụ ike ma gbadokwa anya na ka ị wee mụta ọrụ ọga gị na-achị kụziri. Ọkwe na ihe na-ekwu na-egekwa ọga gị ntị n'okwu. Ihe ọbụla ọ sị gị mee ka ị ga-eme. Ebe ọ sị gị jee iche, ebe ọ sị gị eje na ịhapụ ya. Na n'ife na-agwa gị, echefukwana na ngozi ọga gị ga-agọzi gị kacha mkpa karịa ego ọ ga-eji wee nye gị mgbe ịgbachara ya abụọ. Ya bụ jisi ike biko na-eme ọfụma. O nna
mmanụ bụ echefuna aga m abụ ezigbo nwa.
The place of honor. So I feel like so many times we, especially those of us who, well, in our 20s, in our 30s, I feel like we're going through like a lot of economic higi-haga. So there's that tendency to want to like play smart, to be greedy. Sometimes it's not even greed, it's just you want your time's worth. You're giving in your time, you're putting in the effort, you want value for that, and at the end of the day you want to put food on your table. And if you're a family person, you also want to contribute to the family and feed your children or feed your wife or feed whoever you're feeding. And if you have black tax, that's a different conversation. But I feel like Obum's character played a significant role in understanding honor, the way I see it. Obum's character was played by Joseph Okafor, I think. Sorry, it was played by Chuks Joseph. I don't know why I thought Chuks Joseph. And Obum's character was the one that had basically overcharged a client for wallpaper. And then Afamifuna had found, this is spoiler alert. And then when Afamifuna found out, he reported it to Dogo. Dogo starts with Afamifuna and told him that, oh, it's not exactly that he did something bad, he just got greedy. And I feel like that's also the thing that happens with a lot of us. We want so much, we desire so much, and most of the time our desires are valid. And then Obum's character goes ahead and he's like, oh, okay, he's collecting all of the money, he's overcharging, and he's not even remitting any of it to his master. He's remitting it only based on the exact amount as far as the story or the film portrayed, he was remitting the exact amount that he was supposed to remit in terms of the actual cost of the goods that he was selling. While Afamifuna's character did something, he overcharged, the times he overcharged or whatever, he remitted a percentage of that money, his sellings, to Odogwu. It was not something that he needed to do because Odogwu had made him understand that, well, it's part of the trade. Some people will come and then you call your price and whatever, you haggle and you decide how you want to sell your trade. And then, but Afamifuna's character would, after doing all of that, he would end up with remitting some of the money in honor to Odogwu's character. Still can't get over Kanayo's character. So there was that. The third thing was resilience. I feel like that was something that was portrayed throughout the movie. Like diligence, ambition, of course, from the start of it, you'd see Afamifuna's character and the start with his mom, and then where he gets to with everything, but resilience and the place of sacrifice. Because sometimes resilience is not just by a strong head, it's not by sheer determination. It's not by sheer determination, it's actually putting in the time, putting in the effort, going that extra mile. Like even with Afamifuna's love for Amaka, that guy, he tried. Because you're seeing that this Amaka is not, she's seeming like, okay, I can't remember Alex Kubo's character. I can't remember his name, but Alex Kubo's character is the one that is turning this girl's head upside down. And Afamifuna is like, I love this girl, and he goes after her regardless of the fact that I feel like because he said that Alex Kubo's character, he knew that was just using the girl. It wasn't like he loved her, and I felt like, because that's a conversation, you go out first after something that you want. Resilience, anyway, but that's not what the main point of the resilience, and it's not really why resilience struck me. It was the fact that conversation that Afamifuna had with Odogwu when Afamifuna reported Obum to Odogwu, and the story as to like the civil war and what led to Umaboy, all of those things, they just, it welled up in, all of those things, there was something, a thread was connected through all of those stories, and that's the resilience of, sometimes people say Africans, some people say Igbos. I feel like naturally most of us have an ability to be resilient. I'm not arguing the fact that Igbos are infinitely resilient, but I'm just saying that most of us as humans have the ability to be resilient. But when you now listen to Odogwu's story, when you listen to Odogwu tell Afamifuna the story of how Umaboy came to be, you find that there's a thread of resilience, and it cuts across everything that makes a business work. Because today there are going to be things that are going to unsettle you, but the fact that you show up every day, the fact that you, through sheer determination, through sacrifice, you're still showing up, that in itself is E for effort. So those were the three lessons: ambition through diligence, the place of honor, and of course resilience. I feel like overall I would rate the movie 8/10. not because it was near perfect. It was emotional. There were times I cried, especially times when I could see Afamifuna's character, and I could see myself in Afamifuna's character, and the need to like do right by my bosses and all of that. And I feel like you can see those kind of threads across many of us, trying to like show up at work and do right by our bosses and get our times worth. So I feel like that's something that cuts across everything. Yeah, so I'll read the movie 8/10. Have you seen the movie? You should totally see it. I want to hear your thoughts. Well, until I come your way another time, well, this has been real, and this is Fumi Richards. Ciao.